aldım.
It's only in 5 years.
All right, okay, so we are about to go live. Hare Krishna. So I presume we are live now. So welcome all the devotees who are present either here with me or online, or those who are going to listen later. So this is hybrid meeting. So some devotees are here with me, and some devotees hopefully going to come soon, and other devotees are online. We do these sessions on Bhagavad Gita every Sunday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can follow us either on YouTube, you can join on Zoom, or you can find me in South London, and quite welcome to join us at our residence. Now, the way we have been doing in the past is that we always do the Mangalachar in the beginning. This is the auspicious prayers before we begin. So let's do the Mangalacharan and then we shall resume where we left it before. Feel free to join me. Om. अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथवितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सवादूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखावितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। शिल गुरुदेव महाराज की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। जय जय श्री राधेश्याम। Hare Krishna. Thank you for everyone who joined me. I welcome everyone in today's session. So what we have been doing, and I will come at the front because some of the devotees, they are not here yet. Others might be camera shy. So I'm there right at the front. So what we have been doing in the past is we started Bhagavad Gita, which has been compiled by Srila Prabhupada ji. So this is Bhagavad Gita as it is. This is a conversation between Krishna and Arjun. And if we go, we have done this slide. In this, we have gone through the whole Kuru family. all the boxes we have briefly touched. This is, so right at the front of me, we have a monitor and we have a big telly, so which is displayed to everyone who is present here. Now, we have gone through to the Kuru family, started from Shantanu, his wife Satyavati, from whom Vyasdev came, and then Gangaji, from where Bhishma came, and the Bhishma box is aloof. No one come from there, so he's alone, but of course, he has always been serving to the kingdom. And then we have Vichitravirya and Chitranga. Vichitravirya was the only surviving son, and then he got married to Ambika and Ambalika. These were the two out of three princes who were eloped by Bhima. And then Vichitravirya got married to these two. Later on, he got two sons. From Ambika, he got Dhritarashtra, who was blind from childhood, and then Pandu, who was bit shivery, wasn't good in health. And then Pandu got married to Kunti and Madurai, got five Pandavas, and Dhritarashtra got married to Gandhari with son-in-law Shakuni, and then got 101 children, 100 sons, one daughter. And then we had this argument between Duryodhan and Yudhishthir, where Pandavas are supposed to be. Yudhishthir was supposed to be the king or the leading prince who will become the king by Yudhishthir. Duryodhan wanted himself to become the king, and Dhritarashtra was his father, even though he knew Yudhishthir should be the king, but he was supporting his son. And that's how the battle began, which is Bhagavad Gita. There are 18 chapters, and Srila Prabhupada put together the commentaries of the four previous acharyas. And we will see in Bhagavad Gita, there are so many verses, there are 700 verses, and all those verses are spoken by four different characters. Only one verse by Dhritarashtra, the very first one, Dhritarashtra Vacha, and we recited that verse in Sanskrit in the past, and we might do it today. So I hope everyone have their Bhagavad Gita with them. Then Sanjay had 41 shlokas, and then Arjun spoke 84, and Lord Krishna 574 verses. This is the recording of how many verses were spoken in each chapter. We have actually gone through all of them. We have gone through chapter 1 as well, so we'll get to chapter 2. But in chapter 1, just a very quick recap, and if you're finding this very fast, then remember the previous recordings are there on YouTube live because we have already covered in last few sessions. So Dhritarashtra inquired from Sanjay in the very first one, Dhritarashtra Vacha. In that verse, he's just asking what's happening because he's not there in the battlefield. And Sanjay has been given magnificent vision from Ved Vyas.
Key expert politician and diplomat.
This is for Duryodhan.
So he is.
Duryodhan was very clever, very smart, and he was actually expert, both politician and diplomat. The reason it's been mentioned politician and diplomat here because in the picture we see two personalities. One is Duryodhan and one is his teacher. His teacher is Dronacharya. Kripacharya ji is also there. The way I always recall, consider Kripacharya ji as a primary teacher and Dronacharya ji as secondary teacher. So Kripacharya ji was the teacher, and at some point he said that thank you so much, I cannot teach your kids anymore when the Kauravas and Pandavas were little. And he said, now you have to find a better teacher. And they said, who will be the best? He said, well, Dronacharya ji. Excuse me. Dronacharya ji is actually brother-in-law of Kripacharya ji. So he said, my brother-in-law is there who is much more knowledgeable than me. He should be the one. And he was a great archer, along with many other things he had. So he gave the knowledge to everyone equally. But of course, Arjun and the Pandavas were good, but Arjun was the best. So That's the reason. Kripacharya ji and Dronacharya ji, they didn't want to fight against Pandavas because they knew Pandavas were good. And in this picture, if you see that Duryodhan is boosting the morale, and this is what diplomats do. So he's just saying, see, the Pandavas are there. See, that's your favorite student, and today he's there. He's ready to fight against you. And this is what he's doing. That if any compassion Dronacharya has in his heart for the opposite party, then Duryodhana is trying to win over that. And then he's requesting his army to support Bhishma because he knows as long as Bhishma will stay. It says the battle went for roughly 18 days, roughly, and 16 or 18 days. Well, yeah, it's hard to say because the battle finished first, but Duryodhan was still alive. So battle finished. Now, it's hard to say when exactly battle finished because Duryodhan, he left the place and he went under the water to do meditation. But because Duryodhan was still alive, whether we consider battle was finished or not finished, because then Pandavas chased Duryodhan. So Bhishma died on 11th day. So think about it, 16 to 18 days. Let's say it's on 16th day, because the 16th day from the battlefield, everyone.
But Bhishma's impossible.
Yeah, because he decided I'm going to go down now. Very good question. Very good question.
Yeah, I think 40.
So what we will do on that day, yeah, he had. That's very good. And we'll come back to this slide. Yeah, in this slide, you see Bhishma. What did Bhishma do? What Bhishma did? Bhishma, of course, if you remember, Bhishma took a Bhishma Pratigya that I'm not going to get married, right? I'm going to serve the king. Then what he did, because remember Vichitravirya here, Vichitravirya was not a very, Vichitravirya was a king, but he was very young. He was not even a suitable king. So when Ambalika, and there was one more girl, these three daughters of a king, the king said, okay, for my three daughters, I'm going to do the Swambar. Swambar is, so Swambar is a Sanskrit word. If we split that into two, Swamvar. Swam is own, my own. Var is a husband. So Swamvar is, or
Oh, is it where you choose your husband?
that's right. What will happen? A lot and a lot of king and princes will come, and sometimes the father will say, okay, we will have a competition, archery competition, elephant, horses, all different kind of games they will play. And the princes, they are there, and they are, it could be one princess, it could be two, three.
One princess. Sorry.
One princes.
And one what? One prince?
One prince and one princess.
Prince.
Yeah, and there could be more, many, many, many more. So in this case, there were three. And
Three princesses.
yes, so their father invited everyone, whoever he thought was suitable. But he did not invited, he didn't invite Vichitravirya.
Yes, so then that's why Bhishma came.
Yes, so he felt insulted. So the king said that, well, Bhishma, if you want to marry, we know you are suitable, but your current king is not suitable. I don't want to. You, this is the disrespect. And then he fought with everyone. By force, he took all the three daughters.
Yeah.
Now you notice three daughters were taken, but only two got married. The third one is not there. Yes. The other one went to meditation, and then I don't remember whether Brahmaji or Shivji appeared and gave her boon that you will become the reason of Bhishma's death. That's right. And then she left her body because the boon was that you cannot win Bhishma in this birth because win Bhishma means that you could not become the reason of Bhishma's death in this birth. You have to leave this body, you have to take another body, and in that body you will become. So what happened? No, that's interesting. What happened? She became impotent. Yeah, somebody who is neither male nor female. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so neither female or
Yeah.
male, which is
We call.
so
Yes.
Oh my God, no.
Well, not twice.
No.
No, it's like when somebody is born, or we call them impotent. There must be another name for it. I'm sure there would be. There are so many these days. But what happened? What happened?
Okay, bro.
So there was a. So what happened? There was a male, there was a female, and then there is impotent. So he was important. And
They were.
they were, of course. Well, those days we didn't have those pronouns, but now, yeah. So they were, well, that person was, the name was Shikhandi. So now we are going to take the name Shikhandi.
It's giving that energy. Still.
Yeah. But no, Shikhandi was there.
Shikanji a drink.
Shikanji is a drink. Shikanji is a drink, but Shikhandi is the name of that person. What Shikhandi did at the end, so Bhishma was not dying. And Bhishma got so angry, he started killing everyone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And of course, this is a war, this is a battlefield. And Krishna wanted to fight with the Krishna. But Krishna has taken the oath. Because see, nobody could stand Bhishma, right? And Arjun would come. Arjun's son came, and he stopped Bhishma. I want to fight with you. He said, "Your father Arjun is my great great grandsire." You know.
Sire.
Oh, that's the language they used to use. It's like a great 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 child son, right? So like there are so many generations in between. Your father is so younger than me. I don't. And then he felt bad. Bhishma. Bhishma said, "You are one of those. I would like to hug you. I would like to give you blessings. I don't want to fight with you. Come on, you are a child. Go away." And he won't
Go away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but he was adamant and he didn't go. Then Bhishma did something, and then he went away for a while, and then Bhishma said, "I'm not fighting with you. I'm going." So he went. So similarly, he didn't fight with anyone. Nobody could stand if he wanted to, and he did not want to kill the Pandavas. So he will not fight with Pandavas because he know that he will fight with Arjun for a while and he said, "Arjun, you go away now. I'm going." Then he will ask his chariot to go away. But then wherever he will go, he's killing. So Krishna said to Arjun that, see, if you won't kill him, I will kill him. And Krishna said Arjun said to Krishna, so sorry, I'm trying my best. And Krishna said, you are not trying your best. You're just giving respect to him. I know your potential, what you can do, but you're not doing it. And then there was a time when Krishna left everything and there was a broken chariot. Krishna picked the wheel, and like the Sudarshan Chakra, Krishna was about to throw the Sudarshan Chakra towards Bhishma. And Bhishma at that point left his Gandhi, left his bow and arrow, and he said, "This is the way I like to die." Because from Krishna. From Krishna. Bhishma was ready to leave his body.
So when
Yes, because at that time, Shikhandi, when Krishna was about to throw the wheel of the chariot like a Sudarshan Chakra towards the Bhishma, Arjun stopped him. Arjun said, "No, no, 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 please, now I will fight with full potential. Then please don't you do that because you have already promised that you're not going to pick any weapon. If you will do it, this is bad. Don't do it." Then Krishna said, "You promise?" Arjun said, "Yeah, I promise." So Krishna dropped it. Krishna didn't. And Bhishma got upset. Bhishma said, "What? This is the way I want. I wanted to die from the hands of the God himself. Why did you do that, Arjun?" Then Bhishma got angry. Bhishma started fighting with Arjun, and Arjun started fighting with Bhishma. And then the sunset happened. And the next day, and that was the 11th day. So everybody sat together and
it's non-binary.
sorry?
Non-binary. They're impotent.
He comes now. He comes now.
It's the question.
Oh, non-binary. Okay.
No.
Non-binary.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shikhandi was there. So everyone was there in the evening and they said, what shall we do? Because there is no way to stop Bhishma. Arjun said, tomorrow I will go. Krishna said, hang on. I don't think you can do it alone. We need someone else. I said, what do you mean? Then Krishna said, I have called someone. And then Shikhandi comes in. And then Krishna explained the past of Shikhandi. And Bhishma already knew about it because Bhishma been there for many, 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 many generations. So when next day Arjun went, Shikhandi was next to Arjun on the same chariot, right? And then when Arjun started fighting with Bhishma, Arjun is throwing arrows towards Bhishma, but Bhishma is not responding back because Bhishma had said that because Bhishma knew about Shikhandi and said, okay, Shikhandi is there. I'm not going to fight with Shikhandi or anyone who is with Shikhandi. So I accept my defeat and I'm happy. So Bhishma was there taking Arjun's arrow. So one arrow, two arrow, three arrow, so many arrows in the whole body. And like what Ari said, that at the end, when he fell down, it was like he was on the bed of arrows. Yeah. And then actually, then of course, evening happened, everybody stopped. And then there was an incident, and it's there in the Bhagavatam as well, that Bhishma said, because see, the whole body got the arrow, leg, body, hands, but the head didn't have arrow, right? So his head was dangling like that. So he said, I would like to have some pillow. And somebody said, oh, well, please bring something. And Bhishma said, no, no, I'm a warrior. I'm here in the battlefield. Who gave me this bed will give me the arrow as well. Now give me the pillow as well. Then Arjun gave two arrows, and those two arrows made a cross, and then he supported his head on those two arrows. And then he felt thirsty. And then again, Arjun, because Arjun was a big warrior, he put the arrow down on the earth, and Ganga came, and the water started flowing in his mouth while he was laying down. And at that moment,
Well, they're like when he asked.
that's very interesting. Reason being, as per the Vedic astrology, you leave your body at an auspicious time if you can. And there is a belief when you leave your body based on that time and nakshatra, you will get your next birth. Right? So he wanted to leave his body when Krishna is right at front of him, and when the sun is. So it's like
He's stalling for a good auspicious time.
he was, yes. And while he was doing it, there are others like Yudhishthir came. And Yudhishthir said, Duryodhan went away. Duryodhan also came and cried a bit, but he went away. But Yudhishthir, all the Pandavas were there with him till end. And Yudhishthir said that, please give me some wisdom. Because Yudhishthir did this to a lot of people. And this is a teaching for all of us. Whenever we see somebody wise, whenever we see somebody who is older than us, elder than us, we should always seek the wisdom. He did that with almost anyone he met, Yudhishthir. Yeah, he met with a sage, he met there, and then when later he met Vidura, he always asked for the wisdom. So when he asked for the wisdom, then there is a dialogue in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Puran. Yudhishthir is asking questions, and while about to die, leave the body, Bhishma giving the wisdom to the next generation, to all the Pandavas, that when you will become, Yudhishthir, when you will become the next king, what you should do, how should you do? And that's all we were discussing. Right? Now, very good question. Now, why it's requesting his army to support Bhishma, because Bhishma, think on 11th day, Bhishma died. And then on 16th day, the whole battlefield got finished. So it's like out of 16 days, 11 days completely with Bhishma. And he would have finished even earlier if he wanted to kill Pandavas. But he didn't want to kill them. And that's why he was stalling as well then. But that's the reason in this picture, Duryodhan knows very well Bhishma is the reason we can win. And he's asking Dronacharya, who's the second commander, that please take care of Bhishma, that he should not get affected. And this is him. And we have seen the names of all the councils. And we have seen how Arjun gives 5 reasons that he's not going to fight. So the very first one, he says, I have a compassion for everyone. And then all these things happens to him. And these are verses 28 to 30 in chapter 1. Then right at the end, remember, we are not doing every single verse here. We are going through the overview of Bhagavad Gita. In overview, we are going to the theme. And then very first one is the compassion. The second one is enjoyment. That what pleasure will I derive by killing my relatives? And then destruction of family. That if we will kill everyone here, that their families, their wives, their children who are behind, what will happen to them? And then at the end, he said, I'm fearful of this. This is a very sinful action, and there will be sinful reaction. This is the law of karma. So this is chapter 2. When we get into chapter 3, we will see the karma, law of karma, and this sinful reaction will come. There are 3 different levels. Very briefly, I mentioned then in chapter 3, we will discuss it more. There are 3 levels we can do the action. One, what physically we see, if we do anything physically. Second, by verbally we say things, right? So there was a case that somebody said that I'm going to go and steal at that place. And one of the policemen found this out, and he went to the jeweler and I said, well, they're going to come and steal today, so I'm going to hide and I'm going to wait. When he will come, I will catch. And the jeweler said, well, if you know they're going to come and they're going to steal, why do you want to risk it? Why don't you just catch them? And the policeman explained, because as per the law, we cannot punish someone who had just said it, words, but we have to catch them either once they have done it, which means action has been done, or while they are doing it, caught red-handed. So that's why just because somebody has said it, I will kill you, I will steal you, I will steal from you, that will not, I will kidnap you, that won't give any imprisonment.
Oh, evidence.
Evidence.
Okay.
So the first one is when you do physically. Second, when we speak verbally. And then the third one is when we think about it. Now, materially, it's when we do it, when we speak, and then we think about it. Spiritually, the most important is when we think about it. Because when we think about it, we speak. And only when we speak, or maybe sometimes we skip, we just think about it and we do it. But most of the time, we speak about it. Like if somebody is going to do something, somebody is going to watch for a movie, most of the time he's going to discuss with someone. Well, I'm thinking to go and watch that movie. I'm thinking to go to the temple. I'm thinking to buy that dress, right? The thought came and verbally we express, and then physically we take the action. So there are 3 levels of. So Arjun is saying that this action is bad and I'm going to get the sinful reaction. So what Arjun said, Arjun was overwhelmed, and chapter 2 started where Krishna started laughing. Krishna said, well, Krishna almost laughed. Krishna said, what are you doing? You are a Kshatriya. You have fought battles before. There is nothing else more glorious for you, right? But interesting thing here, Krishna was the Lord himself. Krishna never said to Arjun that I give you the reassurance you will not die. Krishna never said that in Bhagavad Gita, even in Mahabharata or Bhagavatam. Krishna never said to Arjun that you will not die. What Krishna said is, imagine if you will die, you will get the heavens because you are a Kshatriya, you're fighting for others. And if you will win, you will enjoy the kingdom and you will establish religion. Nice kingdom. So there is no reason for you to cry. So Krishna never gave him the reassurance that you will not die, which means we should always be ready with positive and negative, right? And we should see what happens in both cases. So this is probably the very first learning we can get at there. Because until now, Krishna never said anything. But what happened after that is even more interesting. And this is the point where we left in last time, where 2.7, and we recited this verse, which we can do that now as well. Karpanye doshopahata sabhava samamitam dharma samuracheta nishchitam nishchitam bhuitadme shishyastayam shadibhaktam papannam. Hare Krishna. So Krishna says in this, would you please read this?
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of miserly weakness. In this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I am your disciple and the souls are undone to you. Please instruct me.
Thank you. So Krishna didn't say that fast. Krishna said it with feelings, very slowly. But that was the very first time. So far, Krishna is Arjun's cousin. Krishna is Arjun's brother-in-law. Krishna is Arjun's friend. But this is the very first time in Bhagavad Gita. Until now, Arjun is speaking, Arjun expressing, Arjun is giving the reasons. But this is the very first time when Arjun said that I am your disciple. So, like we just saw that when Yudhishthir wanted to learn from Bhishma, he went to him and he requested him to teach. So, whenever we would like to learn from someone, we should always be very humble. We should surrender ourselves and we should request, right? Not challenge, but request. That's the way in the Vedic culture we always ask the questions. We don't challenge, we just ask, well, I don't understand this, rather than, well, no, I don't think this is true at all. Nah, this happens. So that's a challenging way. But in Vedic culture, we put our question such a way that is very submissive. So in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 is the summary. So we have the summary at the end in 18th chapter, but the summary, the whole Bhagavad Gita is summary is concise way presented here, because in Bhagavad Gita we will see Krishna has given different routes to Arjun that you can follow. This route, remember, you need to become self-realized, you need to become Krishna consciousness, you need to be enlightened, if I use that word. Then there are different ways, different paths, different routes to the destination. Same destination, but different routes. And Krishna has provided those routes. And it's like every student would like to be successful, would like to earn money. But some will take physics, some will take chemistry, some will take maths, some will take econ, somebody might go to civil service. The whole idea at the end of the day is to earn money and have a great successful life. But the different routes are there, and these routes are based on our likings, where we are, which subject do we like. Similarly, where we are in our life, whether we are closer to karma. Some people like doing karma. They will do a lot of physical activities. They will open charitable trust. They will open the hospitals, and they're always ready to do things. And they are karma yogis. And then there could be those who will love to do meditations. And then they are considered as Raj Yogi or Dhyan Yogi. Then there are Ashtang Yogis, those who will do the physical yoga. Ashtang Yogis, they might go on the top of the mountain, they might go in the cave, they go in the jungle, they will just leave the world behind and they go alone and they just do meditation there. Right? And then we have Gyan Yogis, those who love to read a lot, read all the scriptures and become Gyan Yogis. And through the Gyan, they will do a bit of arguments as well, just to discussions, just to get their concepts very clear and then meditate on them. And then we have Bhakti Yogi. Bhakti Yogi or Bhakta Gyani, Raj Yogi, Ashtang Yogi, and then Karma Yogi. They all have different paths, but the destination is the same, that you need to realize the Lord. And why? Because we are spiritual and we will never get satisfied with the material life. And that's why people do a lot of hard work to get money. What happens? A lot of people, those who have money, what do? Are they not happy? Well, not most of the time are not. A lot of like Microsoft. He said, Bill Gates, that I was happy when I earned a lot of money, but I got more happiness when I started sharing that money with others. So he fully almost retired and he's part of the charity, right? Those who have beauty, a lot of people would like to become beautiful. But what happened later on after a certain age, right? Today is Sunday, and in the Times, we have Sunday Times. In Sunday Times today, Kate Winslet picture is there on Sunday Times front page. Well, she was the actress of Titanic. When Titanic was released, I think all the 11 Oscars were taken by Titanic. Yeah, I think, I could be wrong, but I think Titanic is one of those. I don't know if anybody got more than that, but definitely at that time, no other movie had taken so ooh, well, let's say around 25 years back, roughly. And
Two.
roughly, yeah, I don't remember the exact but she was very young, she was beautiful, everybody praised her. Now she turned 50. She turned 50 now. And of course,
Just 25.
she was roughly 20,
Roughly.
roughly 25, yeah. So you can imagine that it's really hard to keep up with the physical beauty, right? And a lot of people, they try and work hard. So whether we have the wealth, whether we have some politicians, they like to get the power, as much power we can get. Could be American president, could be Russian president, could be South Korean, North Korean president, or whichever country president. They all like to get the power and they'd like to prove that I have the most power. But what happens afterwards? Somebody said to one of the American president, let's not take the names, that you are the most powerful person on the planet, and he humbly accepted, I think you're right, I am. And then the journalist said, what happened to those who were there before me? What happened to those president of America who were there before you? Where are they now? And then it hit him hard and he said, I got your point. They are in the history, they are dead. And at one point, I will be as well. That doesn't really matter how wealthy we are, doesn't really matter how beautiful we are, doesn't really matter how powerful we are, how famous we are. It's all temporary. It all temporary. It could stay for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but either we will die or whatever the beauty, the wealth, the power we have, that will go away. One of these two things will happen for sure. Either whatever we have will go, or we will just go all together and everything is gone. And in verse 13, the very first thing Krishna is explaining to Arjuna is, the verse is, Dehino asmi yatha dehe komaram yovanam jara tatha dehantara prapte dheras tatra namuyate. And in this verse, it's been mentioned that as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body, from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So, this is what, because Arjun, very first thing he said, compassion. I don't want to fight with these people. I don't want to kill these people. And then Krishna is saying, whom will you kill? If you are thinking you will kill body, at some point body will get destroyed anyways. And if you think you will kill soul, soul will never get destroyed. So this is the very first thing. So eligibility for liberation and the Bhagavad Gita will become the key. Tolerate happiness and distress, which means this is called duality. And we need to rise above duality. So we don't want to, if we will get happy, some people get happy, they win the lottery, they go out, they do the party. and they do so much party that they lose everything what they earn there. And there was recently somewhere where someone, a young person, bought a second-hand bike. And friends said, "Oh, party time, let's do the party. He's going to give us the party because he has bought a second-hand bike." And they went to the pub, and the friends were drunk. They ate so much, they drank so much, and then the bill came. And bill was £10,000. £10,000. And the person was crying. And the person, "Why are you crying?" He said, "Because the second-hand bike which I bought was only £8,000. And the party which my friends got from me is for £10,000. And this is what's happening. That people cannot tolerate happiness. When they become happy, then they are all over the place. And the same thing will happen when they get distressed. So when we are happy, let's just say thank you to Krishna. Because the reason we become happy, the reason was given by the Lord. We become distressed, that distress is also by the Lord. And we will share a story on that. But when we have more devotees, some of the devotees didn't come today. So we'll save this story for them. So, but which is non-permanent and arise from sense perception. So we will get more detail in it. Now what happens? So this will be, let's keep this as the last slide for today because we will discuss this in detail. But we will not go a lot more detailed today. Very briefly, in 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to summarize this slide. But this slide is where 30 qualities or 30 features or 30 characteristics of the soul been mentioned. Now, when I say soul, remember the reference is to us. We say this is my body. This is not me. This is my body. This is my table. This is my chair. This is my house. I am not the house, but this is my house. This is my car. This is my hand. This is my finger. This is my eye. This is my ear. This is my nose. This is my body. I am not this body. So what am I?
What's in on
Right. Okay. I don't think there is any particular reason. Yeah.
it looks like
No, there isn't anything bad about the soul. There is all good. I was thinking it could be that this is what the soul is, and this is what the soul is not. Or when I have a look, I don't think it is that way.
Oh, okay. So actually,
Yeah.
one of them
Mm.
is mentally, and the other one's like physical.
Okay. All right. You could
Yes.
think
Yeah,
that way.
it's like cannot be cut to pieces by fire, moisten.
Which is like water kind of moisture.
The other unborn and existing, unmutable.
Yeah. True.
There's
Yeah. We will go and we will discuss each one of that. Reason being that this is us. All these features are us. So we need to understand, we need to appreciate that. And I will finish today. So we did the whole recap. And when next time we will come, we will do even more faster recap, or maybe just start from chapter 2, because we have done the recap of chapter 1 number of times. Chapter 2 now we have properly started. So we will start from chapter 2. Those who are here, those who are online, read chapter 1 and start reading chapter 2 now and come with discussions points. We will discuss. If you have any questions, of course, it's great to have live questions, but it's always good to have the questions based on your study, your reading during the week. Now, the last story for today is that, and this is a real story, when the fight was, and this happened in China. So there was a time Japanese were fighting with Chinese, invaders were there, and Buddhism started from India, where Gautam Buddha was, and then the Buddhism went to Japan and China. China first, and then later Japan. But there was a Buddhist monk, so the monastery was there. The Japanese guy came and they were just killing everyone there. and they said, go away from here. And the Buddhist monk, there was only one Buddhist monk who said, I'm not going to go anywhere. And then the king came, the ruler, who just came and he killed everyone. Either the people went away or he just killed them. And he came right at the front of in the middle of the temple, monastery, Buddhist temple, in the middle of the Buddhist temple, big courtyard, the monk was standing there, fearless. He wasn't fearful of the king. And the king, he put the hand towards his sword and he brought that sword up next to the throat of the monk and he said, don't you know who am I? I can run this sword straight through your throat without blinking an eye, which means I can kill you. This is threatening. And very calmly, the monk said, don't you know who am I? I can have your sword through my throat without blinking an eye. And that fearlessness in that monk's eyes and words, it says that the Japanese ruler put the sword back and bowed down to him. Because he said that I've been going around killing people. People think they are fearful of me, but the reason I'm going around killing people because I'm fearful of them. That all my enemies, if I won't kill them, they will kill me. But I can see I'm right in front of you. You don't have any weapon at the front. You're ready to die. You're fearless. How? And then the last thing of today, what the monk said, because I'm not this body, I am the soul. You can only kill the body. You can't even do anything to the soul. So that's why it's very important to understand the soul. So take good care of yourselves. Thank you for your time today and look forward to see everyone next time. And meanwhile, start reading chapter 2 Bhagavad Gita and we'll discuss more on the soul, which is us. So with that, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev Maharaj ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone. Have a great time together.